Well,
Hey toy fans, Aaron here. Tonight I thought we'd take a look at the Clone Wars Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. Now this was released under the Clone Wars line, but we did see the vehicle in episode 3. And this came out in 2009 and it retailed for about $20 to $25, somewhere in that range. So let's head to the table and check this one out. A quick look at the packaging, and this was released in the red packaging of the Star Wars Clone Wars line. As you can see, that red Star Wars Clone Wars logo in the upper left corner with some of the animated clone troopers off on the right side. Of course, front and center on the packaging, you got an image of the vehicle that you're getting. And within that background is a part of the box that will slide out, become a diorama piece, showing you a backdrop of the Battle of Christophsis. I have no clue if I'm saying that right. On the top of the packaging, that Star Wars Clone Wars logo again with the name of the vehicle and an image off to the right side. On the left and right side of the box, you got the same thing going on here. Star Wars Clone Wars logo with that same image that we saw in front of the vehicle with the name down at the bottom. And on the bottom of the packaging is where you're going to find your instructions on how to convert the inside of this photo into that diorama piece for the vehicle. And then on the back side, you get a little bit deeper look into the vehicle with the various features that it comes with, being the cannons that fire, a figure that sits inside the cockpit, the functioning treads again, and then that the gunner door opens up. Top center, you got a description about the vehicle. And then off to the right side, you got a few other vehicles that were also available in the line at the time. And now with it opened up, you do indeed have some assembling to do, but you got some instructions to help you along. Not that you needed it. This was not that difficult to assemble. And then also contained within the packaging was a little toy catalog pamphlet. You know, these are always cool to see. It's nice to look back at the line, you know, in paperback form, just to see what promotional material was released. But, you know, you just little time capsule of sorts, seeing the other figures and vehicles that were available at the time, getting a checklist also. And then in this case, you even got a 10% coupon, which it's expired by now. So that won't do me any good. But as I mentioned, assembly is pretty simple. These side tread pieces just snap on each side, snap on the cannons on each side, and then attach the headlights up on top of the vehicle, and you've got it all assembled. And what the heck, we'll throw it in front of that diorama piece first. As far as that cardboard insert goes, it is what it is. I mean, graphically it looks very nice. I don't know, for me it's just not my thing. I don't have the space to display all these larger cardboard pieces, you know, with the height that they are. And unless you put this vehicle in there sideways, it doesn't really fit in there anyways. So, I don't know. For some people this might be great. For me, it's just an okay piece. Getting to the vehicle itself though, and I think what we have here is a really nice looking vehicle. While the 3 3/4 inch figures from this line are sculpted in that animated style, the vehicles were released in more of the realistic style, the movie style. And I'm quite alright with that, because then what you're also getting is a toy for a vehicle that you indeed saw in the movies. So it's kind of best of both worlds here. And I think aesthetically the way this thing looks translated very nicely into a toy form. As far as the scale goes of the vehicle, it's a decent size. No, it's not exactly proportionate to the 3 3/4 inch figures, but let's face it, what vehicle really is? I think this thing still hits the marks for how it blends in with the other figures in the line. Here you can see Chewbacca from the episode 3 line, a battle droid. And you know, yes, while the vehicle is a little bit taller, I still don't think this is too bad. And although I just said that the look of this vehicle is more focused on how you saw it in the real world movies, if you will, not the animated style, I'd say the only thing really standing out to me that is carried forward from the Clone Wars cartoon line rather than how it looked in the movies is these little headlight eyeball looking things here. On this toy, they're yellow just as they were in the cartoon. But in the movies, at least when we saw them in battle, they were red lights. You know, I don't know if those change colors. I don't remember all that well how I saw it, you know, it looking in the cartoon. But yellow lights is what we're getting here. And it seems like a good time to get this off the turntable to go in for a closer look. Nice wide track that the vehicle does sit on. Very soft and rubbery, very much like the hover tank that just came out. And it's like the packaging stated, it's functioning. So it glides quite nicely as it sits on the floor. No problem with it rolling. So on the bottom side, you can see things are looking really good with that nice long track. Tighter look at the tread, you can see you got some nice detailing within that tread marks. No special weathering or painting in there, just, you know, it's tread, looks nice. On these little side track pieces though, this tread is molded plastic. That is not functioning here. Instead, what you have is a little plastic roller ball to help things glide along, and that way you don't get any friction of, you know, that dragging along the floor. As far as the sides of the vehicle, everything is pretty much mirrored on each side as far as the look. Functionality, things are going to be a little bit different. As you can see, starting at this back piece, you got some little gears or something sculpted in there. Nice touch of painting, little black, little brown. Otherwise, the entire body is molded in this kind of goldish brown color. These slots here on the side of the vehicle, nice copper painting to that. Within there, you can see some fake wheels sculpted in there. There's some rollers on the inside of those pieces there just to help that tread along. But these pieces here do not move themselves. At the very front of the vehicle, you can see this larger wheel here. Again, it serves no purpose. It's just smooth underneath, but decent sculpting within there. And then as we get to the front of the body, you can see you got this larger circular section. This is where your gun's attached to on the side of the vehicle. Got some nice sculpting and nice painting in there. Everything really staying within the lines. Like all the little panel detailing through this area. You can even see the smallest rivets just kind of sculpted in there throughout the top of that headlight. Otherwise, through the rest of it, you know, just round cylinder type parts, maybe antennas or something. As for these little side pieces, as I've already mentioned, you know, nothing's moving in here except for that little wheel on the bottom. But the sculpting, the little bits of painting that you are getting through here are looking really good. You got some panel detailing and stuff within there. Nice copper painting, brown color painting, whatever you want to call it through here. And just on top, you got a touch of dark gray painting through here with a couple little circles painted in there. Missile launchers has a nice sculpt to that also. Some nice detailing within there. A little bit of gray painting, otherwise molded in this darker brown color. And then of these missiles, these top two ones here are going to be the ones that shoot out. These bottom ones have no functionality to them. And for shooting those out, got this little button here off to the side. Give that a little push, and out it goes. Real quick look on the other side. As you can see, things look the same. Only differences here is you have this little back door that flips open. And unfortunately, that doesn't stay up on its own, so that's already quite annoying there. But within this area, you got a little seated area, some decent sculpting within there for the chair and little console buttons and stuff. But as you can see on the interior, no special painting or other detailing to it. Certainly no stickers to apply. And there's plenty of space in there where you can slide your battle droid figure into place. You can even leave his backpack on him, so no problem. Plenty of room there for him to fit in. And of course, that door will just close and keep them nice and secure. Next part that opens up is where this gun attaches. Once again, it doesn't stay up on you. You've got to hold it into place. And looking on the interior here, as you can see, some nice sculpting for the seat area. And then on the console area, once again, you still got some nice sculpting in here. Nothing overly dramatic, but just a little bit of detailing here and there. Give it some buttons, give the toy a little bit of life. And same as the backside, you're able to slide your battle droid figure in there. Aside from my big fingers, no problem otherwise getting them in there. And of course, that door will close. So overall, I really do like this vehicle. I am glad they gave it a release, no matter whether it was in the Clone Wars line or, you know, whether they put it out in the regular line. It was one of the vehicles that really stood out to me from episode 3 as we saw it emerge out from the water on Kashyyyk. So I was certainly happy to pick this up as a toy. And so that wraps up this look at the Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this vehicle in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.